It's about music. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand for the real authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, and I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, some going deep and deeper. Put it to Ichiki.
Good morning, folks. A very pleasant welcome wherever you are this morning. Joining us on the Wednesday edition of the program from the Print News, we'd like to welcome you here again, where we are going to be sharing what we have from the local dailies. Good morning, Wendell, and good morning to you, Aliyu.
Good morning, Esther. Good morning to our many listeners on this wet Wednesday in Liberia. And I'd like to welcome all of you to this midweek presentation of the program from the Print News, brought to you by Crimes Topper Liberia, Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction, with our one and only my Yuba and Sons Incorporated. Aliyu, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Mr. Nimble, or good morning, Mama Labura. Aliyu Masade, glad to be here this morning. Thank you.
I would tell you morning first. You don't call my name, but you jump to Esther. That your coffee you drinking, a full person drinking it.
It's welcome. Ladies and
A
gentlemen,
small cup there. There's not a full person drinking from that mug.
like one man.
Nah.
Yeah, aside with the weather, it's not easy today in the country. Wow. Everywhere is wet and flooded.
Well, you mean on our side or your side?
On your side.
Yeah, that's fun. All over rain. So today, but I know the people then who they be in the alley on the drainages. I know they're not easy with them this morning because we
Yeah.
see the most especially the slums communities.
Yeah, people are
Clara Town, Logan Town, Nuclear Town, West Point. I'm sorry, man. Dole community. I know the people are going through hell this morning.
Yeah, I see people stuck in their houses, send the money, they can't get out, motorbike can't even go in, they look everybody just indoor. Oh my God.
So car and second leak.
But my brother, if you live in like
I know, right?
yeah,
So casket.
why will you be doing that to wait for the next year? That's why I can't understand. Some people be living to this place, say they will experience the kind of floor and they still remain there for next or really.
Because Aliyu, the reason is very simple. All right. Nobody will want to be somewhere that they know is not conducive for them.
Right.
You know, when you don't have money, to relocate, it's a problem. And most of these people, where they are, they don't pay rent. They don't have the capacity to pay rent. So, I mean, moving out of where they are currently is a difficult
And when
situation.
some of them is their own house,
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
there's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to
you
go.
You just got to be in it.
Yeah.
That's where you build your house. But then it comes back to the Ministry of Public Works, or I don't know, whoever that is responsible to, mitigate these things.
The ministry.
Do a follow up before someone build a house. They must have an engineer there to look at the soil or look at the ground and see whether this place is okay to build or not. Because some people even build on the waterway.
Mhm.
When you talk about it, they complain. They will put the fence on the waterway. At the end of the day, everybody in the community will start to have
one
these
person
issues.
business, the entire community will
Look at
suffer.
Johnsonville around the Pettertown belt,
Mhm.
around that turning point area. There, a lot of homes there were flooded when they're, and it's really sad. They kind of wet time, outside wet, inside wet. I mean,
It's not easy.
Like what Esther says, similar
It's
to
not.
what happened here. Like people buy horses, they don't even say check. Like one of my friends now, where he bought a horse, the whole horse got flooded. It was on the waterway. He bought the horse because the horse was cheap. You see, and he never knew that place was a waterway. Now he lose the horse. The flood carry. Thank God for his life. You see, these are things people don't check. You see, when you're buying houses or when you're buying land, you should know where you're buying the land. All of these things, people, because when you go buy land on waterway and things, somebody knows Swami area is going to be cheap as compared to the dry land or higher area. But
I'm telling you, man.
Yes.
How people are going through hell. It's not easy though. Well, folks, that's it. We're just trying to chip in a little bit because the rain is heavy. This entire Wednesday is going to be rain, rain, rain. So those of you who are finding it difficult to get out of your homes this morning, I don't know how you're going to get out there to fetch food for your family. But if you don't have anything in the house, there is no need of you being there. So the rain is not going to melt you. All right. So get out there and do something to, sustain your family because you are the only hope. If nothing, then it means the entire household is going to be, I don't know how to pull it, but when you have kids, you have children to feed, you have all the responsibility to take care of, and your area is flooded, you can't get out, you got to find means to get out. So, folks, that's it. And we also have the big news for you today: Win Liberia jackpot. To play, you have to dial. Those of you who playing with a button phone, all right. If you're playing with button phone, you have to dial *255*1#. All right, that's for you who are playing with button phone. And those of you who playing with smartphone, what we say Android phone, you have to dial *255*1#. You have to double the hash. All right. Button phone, that just one hash. *255*1#. Smartphones, *255*1#. All right. So you're playing with $1 US or 200 Liberian dollars. And you stand a chance to win 7,500 Liberian dollars, 15,000 Liberian dollars, 25,000 Liberian dollars, up to 40,000 Liberian dollars. And you know, this is the newest to hit freedom, Win Liberia. Win Liberia, they're wasting it big time. I'm telling you, they are wasting it big time. So we have reduced everything. You're playing with $1 US or 200 Liberian dollars. *255*1#. For those of you with smartphones, those of you with button phones, *255*1#. And you stand a chance to win from 7,500 to 40K. So 7,500, 15,000, 25,000, up to 40K. All right, folks, let's now begin the reading of the dailies we have in our studio. We have the Front Page Africa newspaper. Esther, what do you have there?
I have the Inquirer.
Okay, so let's begin now with the top stories from the Front Page Africa. It says, finding timely resolution. President Bouakai appoints Kofi Woods to lead biometric ID rollout committee. Sets April 2026 as new deadline. Another story here says, harboring corruption is a question mark to this caption. PSC audit review validates undisclosed expenditures and financial improprieties amounting to millions of United States dollars at 12 government ministries and agencies. And lastly, China link HPX in Liberia. A strategic gamble or a sovereignty risk. All right. So we will get to it shortly. All right. We'll get to it. AB, I'm on the air. I can't take your call now. So AB, if you are listening, I'm on the air. I just can't talk to you. So just call me back and we can talk. So these are the top stories, but let's get to this one. Let's get to this one. Let me see what I can take few lines from here. Very interesting story there about Corruption Watch. Let's take few lines from that story. It's very, very interesting. The Joint Public Accounts, and there's the Joint Public Accounts Audit and Expenditure Committee of the National Legislature has concluded its review of 12 audit reports from key government ministries and agencies revealing millions of United States dollars in undisclosed expenditures and significant financial improprieties. The findings, based on reports released by the General Auditing Commission, GSC, were formally submitted to the plenary of the Liberian Senate under the signature of PSC co-chair Senator Amara Kone. The PSC comprises lawmakers from both the House of Representatives and the Senate is mandated by Section 4.2 of the GSE Act to conduct hearings and provide recommendations to the president based on audit outcomes. The audit reports cover the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, the Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea Rural Electrification, CLSG RE project, the National Bureau of Concessions, NBC, Management Agency, and the Liberia Opportunities Industrialization Center, the Bone County Development Fund and Social Development Fund, the National Road Fund, the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, NAFA, the Liberia Road Asset Management Project, the National Transit Authority, and the Central Bank of Liberia. According to the PSC, these audits were thoroughly reviewed during a technical retreat conducted in collaboration with the Auditor General and his team. The reviews confirm numerous irregularities, including failure to reconcile bank transactions unauthorized, payments to third parties, unsupported expenditures, discrepancies, bank overdrafts, and mismanagement of funds allocated for disaster relief. The committee also cited failure by several entities to remit employee withholding taxes to the Liberia Revenue Authority, LRA, which constitutes a breach of financial regulations. The audit review was guided by the Public Financial Management Act, the Public Procurement and Concessions Act, national budget laws, and international best practices. The findings represent a reconciled and validated position between the PSC and the General Auditing Commission, the committee noted. They highlighted systemic weaknesses in public financial management and the urgent need for institutional reform. The Senate plenary has agreed to debate the report and its recommendations. Upon approval, the report will be forwarded to President Joseph Boakai for potential executive action. A similar report from the House of Representatives, PSC, has already been endorsed and submitted to the president. So that's it. Those are the government ministries and agencies that we've been told, undisclosed expenditures and financial improprieties amounting to millions of United States dollars. So let's get to the big stories. Stan Chairman Mueller refutes police IG Coleman's claim of no protest notification and assures July 17 demonstration would be peaceful. Deliberate lie. As we are drawn closer to July 17 protest date, today makes it 10 days from that date. We have asked that partners or planners engage with the Ministry of Justice to get a permit and inform law enforcement as to the route they intend to take so that we can provide the adequate protection. Up to date, we haven't seen any such engagement. However, we want to reaffirm our commitment to the democratic process that will provide the adequate protection necessary, and we will do whatever we can to ease the burden of those who would not be a part of the protest. Colonel Gregory Coleman, Inspector General, Liberia National Police. Inspector General Coleman's assertion that protest organizers failed to notify the Ministry of Justice is a deliberate lie. On July 4, 2025, Stan formally submitted written notice to the Ministry of Justice in full compliance with Article 17 of the Liberian Constitution, That communication was also distributed to national media outlets to ensure transparency. Coleman's false claim exposes a pattern of dishonesty and bad faith and raises serious concerns about his fitness to lead the Liberian National Police rather than serving the Liberian people. He is now functioning as a political enforcer, weaponizing state power to undermine a constitutionally protected civic movement. Mobile K. Molo Jr., National Chairperson, Solidarity for a New Day and organizer, July 17, Enough is Enough protest. So finally, for the front page Africa newspaper, disturbing video shows 7 males, including minors, stripped naked, tortured, and beaten with cutlasses over witchcraft accusations. Our local and national authorities ignoring the horror in Sino. It's a question mark. We went to Bayambi and met the paramount chief of Cabo Chiefdom, who admitted that the late Malachi Tie confessed that he and 6 other persons killed his wife and 2 children. He said, while questioning Malachi, the angry crowd came and started to torture them. An axe came to identify the perpetrators, but he said he cannot recognize anyone. I wanted to arrest him, but he is the only person that has a canoe, and he's supposed to cross us over to the river for about 45 minutes on our way back.
Interesting.
You try that, man? Yeah, Dominic. So for our safety, I suspended him, and he guaranteed to turn himself in on Wednesday today. Augustus P. Solomon, Superintendent, San Quentin Statutory District. Oh my gosh.
Interesting. I'm telling you, 21st century.
The country, I don't know. All kind of things happening.
That is taking the law in your hands.
All kind of things happening in Liberia, yeah.
Okay, you write this on my
Where you
life.
people that thing that trending all on your social media, you people they didn't see it on
I
Saturday.
saw it. I saw it. Oh yeah. I mean,
that.
it's just that we just brought it to the public for but we saw that video all on the social media. I mean, this country, man.
It was disgusting.
I'm telling you.
I felt so bad about it.
Yeah, Liberia. A disturbing video circulating on the social media shows several men, including minors, being brutally tortured in Sino County after being accused of witchcraft and blamed for the death of a woman and her 2 children. One of the victims reportedly died 6 days later. Front Page Africa has gathered that the incident occurred on May 21, 2025 in Bayambi, San Quentin Statutory District, Electoral District 3, number 3, which is represented by Representative Alex Noah. Shockingly, more than a month and a half has passed, and no arrests have been made. Police say they are investigating, but there has been no update. The Ministry of Internal Affairs said it was unaware of the incident until contacted by Front Page Africa, but promised to respond soon. In the graphic video, hey man, y'all stop calling me, man. You know people working time. In the graphic video, about 7 males, including minors, are seen stripped naked, beaten with cutlasses and sticks, and forced to carry the bodies of the deceased to their graves in what appears to be a coconut plantation. The men are also struck with coconuts and rocks by a mob accusing them of being witches. Augustus P. Solomon, Superintendent of San Quentin Statutory District, confirmed to the Front Page Africa that he was informed of the incident on June 25 by the county attorney after the video went viral. He said he visited the area with security personnel on July 1 for a fact-finding mission and submitted his findings to his superior. County Superintendent Peter Blair Nyeswa on July 3. Superintendent Solomon said the deceased woman and her 2 children were family members of Malachi Thier, one of the torture victims who later died. Thier had reportedly escorted his family from Bayembi to catch a vehicle to Monrovia. After returning home, news emerged that his wife and children had drowned near Roseville in Riverside County. According to Solomon, during his investigation, Dixon M. Blair, the paramount chief of Cabo Chiefdom, admitted that Thier had confessed that he and 6 others killed his wife and children through witchcraft. However, before any formal action could be taken, an angry mob attacked and tortured the accused and his alleged accomplices. He explains, "We went to Bayambi and met the paramount chief of Cabo Chiefdom, who admitted that the late Malachi Thier confessed that he and 6 other persons killed his wife and 2 children." He said, while questioning Malachi, the angry crowd came and started to torture them. I asked him to identify the perpetrators, but he said he cannot recognize anyone. I wanted to arrest him, but he is the only person that has a canoe, and he's supposed to cross us over to the river, but for about 45 minutes on our way back. So, for our safety, I suspended him and guaranteed to turn himself in on Wednesday today. According to Solomon, when he asked the chief to identify the perpetrators, he claimed he could not recognize anyone. Solomon said he considered arresting the chief but refrained for safety reasons, noting that the chief was the only one capable of ferrying his team across a river that takes 45 minutes to cross. Instead, he suspended the chief and said the man agreed to report to authorities on Wednesday. But Esther, I think we can stop here and send controls to you to bring us more development.
Of course, thank you very much, Wendell. I have the Inquirer, like I said earlier, and this is the top story. Liberia holds dialogue on corruption, human rights abuses. And this is right here on the front page. Liberia hosts dialogue on corruption, human rights abuses. The Office for the Establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia, in partnership with the United Nations Human Rights Office of the High Commission and with support from the Embassy of Sweden, on Monday launched a 3-day high-level dialogue and working session aimed at enhancing accountability for corruption and human rights violations. Held at the Monrovia Senate Hall from July 8th to the 10th, the forum will bring together senior government officials, heads of integrity institutions, international partners, and civil society organizations to promote collaboration and institutional energy in Liberia's transitional justice process. Okay, that's where we're going to leave you. Let's see this one. Baka wants National Reconciliation Roadmap relaunched. This is also right here on this paper when they brought that. But let's look up more stories. Corruption waves hit mines and energy. A deepened controversy within the Ministry of Mines and Energy has rocked the institution as allegations of corruption, abuse of power, and foreign sabotage surface against 2 senior officials, Walter McCarthy and Smo Momodu. According to multiple sources within the ministry, the scandal centers around attempts to consolidate control over the country's lucrative mining licensing process. Several insiders allege that McCarthy is actively working to remove 2. A completion is on page 10 of this paper. Let's look there quickly and bring a continuation. Assistant Minister Carlos E. Tangmer and Oliver Gibe, because they refuse to support convert plan to manipulate the lessening of heavy mineral sand resources. These ministers were standing in the way of a scheme to take over the process without fairness or transparency. A senior ministry official told reporters on a condition of anonymity. The controversy traces back to 2024 when the ministry abruptly cancelled all HMS mining licenses, citing the need for regulatory reform. But critics who claimed the move was a calculated strategy to clear the way for allies loyal to McCarthy. This wasn't about fixing the system, another source insisted. It was about getting rid of competition. Attention has also turned to Sumo Momodu, a senior official who reportedly holds dual positions at the ministry and the University of Liberia as apparent violation of civil service and financial regulations. Internal sources says Momodu is being lined up to replace one of the assistant ministers, a move many staffers view as part of a broader effort to entrench a lawyer inner cycle. This goes far beyond one person. A concerned ministry staffer said it's a whole network trying to take control of the sector. So far, it remains unclear whether Momodu is under formal investigation. However, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission and the Civil Service Agency have previously tracked similar infractions in other government agencies. Civil society groups are now demanding immediate government action. This is a test of the president's commitment to fighting corruption, said a spokesperson for one leading watchdog organization. People are tired of promises. They want to see action. Liberians' mining sector is a critical engine of economic growth, rich in resources like gold, like iron ore, diamonds, and HMS. Many observers fear that mismanagement or internal power struggles could derail rather national development and erode public trust. Inside the ministry, the mood is tense. Several staff members have reportedly threatened to protest if their concerns are continuously ignored. This could turn into a crisis. One, an insider, the president must step in now before it is too late. Efforts to reach Deputy Minister Walter McCarthy for comment was unsuccessful. He was reportedly absent from his office and repeated calls. Messages have gone unanswered. The office of the president and the LACC are yet to issue official statements on the matter. Well, let's leave you there. We have other stories to look up on this morning. At the back page of the Inquirer now, we have Basa launches Save Motherhood Week, and it's right here. Okay, it's right here. Let's see some lines. The Grand Bassa County Health Team is, partnership with the Ministry of Health has officially launched the 2025 edition of the Save Motherhood Week under the inspiring theme, Every Birth Counts, Strengthening Maternal and Newborn Care. Running from July 7 to the 11th, 2025, the week-long campaign aims to raise awareness, mobilize communities, and bolster frontline health services to prevent maternal and child deaths, especially in Liberia's rural and underserved areas. The launch began with a lively parade through the bustling street of Buchanan, drawing residents, health professionals, and local leaders into a shared celebration of life and health. An indoor program followed, bringing together key stakeholders, including government officials, international partners, and community advocates, all united by a single cause, saving mothers and babies. Delivering the keynote address, that's the county health officer Jude Gardier, we said, emphasized the power of collective responsibility in achieving safer pregnancies and healthier births. Dr. Wiese further emphasized that its activity is more than a celebration. It is a call to action, and all have a role to play to ensure that no mother or child dies from preventable causes. Okay, so that's it. Let's look at the final story at the back page of this paper. World Bank Group debuts Genki Solutions BV. The World Bank. This story is right here, also at the back page of this paper. And it says the World Bank Group has announced the 18th month debarment with conditional release of the Genki Solutions BV, a technology firm based in the Netherlands, over fraudulent practices tied to a major social protection initiative in Liberia. The action stems from Genki's role in the Social Safety Nets project, which was launched Liberia that became effective in 2017 to strengthen the basic national safety net system and deliver much needed income support to the country's most vulnerable and food insecure households. An internal investigation by the World Bank revealed that the Genki failed to disclose commissions paid or intended to be paid to an agent during the execution of the project contract. This omission, attributed to reckless conduct and weak internal oversight, was classified as fraud under the bank's procurement rules for consultants. As a result of Genki is banned from participating in any World Bank financed projects during the 18-month sanction period. However, this debarment is part of a settlement agreement in which Genki has acknowledged its misconduct and agreed to strengthen its integrity and compliance protocols. The agreement offers Genki a reduced sanction period, citing the company's cooperation with investigators, acceptance of responsibility, and commitment to forego bidding for new contracts during the debarment. To regain eligibility, Genki must implement a comprehensive integrity compliance program aligned with the World Bank standard and continue full cooperation with the bank's integrity vice president. This debarment is eligible for cross debarment by other major development banks under a mutual enforcement agreement signed in 2010, expanding the potential impact of the sanction across other multilateral institutions. When you so far, these are all we have, but then it says inside, it says 6 inmates escaped jail in Barclayville.
Oh yeah. Wow. This too is Liberia.
Right.
All right, folks. So we about to recap all of the major stories we read this morning, and then after that we'll catch up with our break. We'll come back. We will definitely join Aliyu Masale. Is Gus in? No.
No, Gus is not.
Okay, so let's begin with the front page Africa newspaper. It says top stories: finding timely resolution. President Bouakai appoints Kofi Woods to lead biometric ID rollout committee and sets April 2026 as no deadline. Corruption Watch, harboring corruption. PSC audit review validates undisclosed expenditures and financial improprieties amounting to millions of United States dollars at 12 government ministries and agencies. And then China link HPX in Liberia, a strategic gamble or is sovereignty risk. And Stan Chairman Molo refutes police ID Coleman's claim of no protest notification, and it shows July 17th demonstration will be peaceful. He says, yeah, deliberate lie. All right. And disturbing video shows 7 males, including minors, stripped naked, tortured, and beaten with cutlasses over witchcraft accusations. Our local and international authorities ignoring the horror in Sino. There's a question mark to this caption. And that does it for the front page Africa. Let's run to the Inquirer newspaper. It says Liberia holds dialogue on corruption and human rights abuses. And Bouakai wants National Reconciliation Roadmap relaunch. And another story is corruption waves hits mines and energy. And a deepening controversy within the Ministry of Mines and Energy has rocked the institution. Let's take you to the back page. BASA launches Save Motherhood Week. And then lastly, World Bank Group debars Ganki Solutions. And so far, so good. These are all the stories we got to bring you this morning from the front page Africa newspaper and the Inquirer. So let's take our break. When we come back, we'll take word. That we join Liu Masale.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. But it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flu Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, some going deep and deeper. Put in toto ichiki. Bila living sense in her. Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop.
Yo, very pleasant. Welcome back from that break we had to take, but we're back now, and of course we'll come in with our talking point. Aliyu, let's hear from you, and then Windsor and I will join in after you. Aliyu Masale, are you there?
Yeah, Esther, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, there. And I listen to all of the readings. Thank you, guys. Yeah, the problem here, I rather can understand this unity party government. Yeah, these people claim to be the well experienced and educated people, but since the government came into power, this issue about corruption is just so much in the government. Every agency, every ministry of this government, every week, every month, you will hear about corruption. I don't really know what is happening in this government. And this is why I always say Joseph Boakai government going to be one of the most corrupt government for now in the history of our country.
Hmm.
Because one thing, what stopped a branch of government from becoming so powerful, it had to do with separation of power and check and balances. But this government or the executive branch, first of all, they started the corruption. The moment Joseph Boakai came into power, even before being inaugurated, they started corruption. Okay, Grace Lee
Okay.
going to NASCO to go take people money from there, his own inauguration fund. And this thing started President Boakai, who came to fight corruption. And he didn't take action from the beginning. And this is why today you see a government every day, every month, every week, you hear about corruption. And at the end of the day, they just suspend people and nothing comes from out of it. So I can't just get over it, but I know this government, if you check the amount of corruption that have gone on in this government, you can't even compare it to 6 years of the previous administration. In less than 2 years, this kind of huge corruption cases just everywhere in the entire government. What will
Hmm.
happen now if we go for 6 years? So these are some of the things I think they plan protest. It is really necessary to put this government feet to the fire, because if we just sit and remain quiet till the entire 6 years, or Liberia will be left empty. Like we saw when President Weah was leaving, what he told the Liberian people, how much was left in the reserve and how much was left in the consolidated account. And President Boakai came and said, no, what George Weah said was not true. And central bank governor came and said what George Weah said was true, the amount that George Weah disclosed to the public about. Till today, we don't know what become of that money. You see? So the corruption in this government is just so much. So they protest for me or Moluba Molu, I will tell you, the Unity Party people, they already say they will come with counter protest and they
Hmm.
are planning it. So you have to be very careful and you need to get the security informed about this protest. And anybody you see doing things out of the way, you make sure you hand it over to the Liberia National Police and make sure how that person will be treated. Because the Unity Party people are going to get into the protest to do things that at the end of the day, people will be brutalized and the whole protest will spoil. Say you people are talking about 3 days, you have to make sure, you have to be vigilant to see who are those people that we can't to do anything out of the way, because they will do everything to destroy and to spoil the image of this entire protest. Yesterday, these people were in our country protesting here and there, down to Joseph Boakai. Nobody had problem with them. It is today that the no protest is not good. They telling people children you shouldn't come out, but it was good yesterday when they were protesting for people children to come out. Today protest is not good. They telling people children not to come out and all of these things. So now they know what protest can do to our country. But all I will say to Moduba Modu and other people, they had to make sure the protest should be well organized. Or anybody they see doing something out of the way that will make them to look ugly before tomorrow, anything they will say, oh, Moduba Modu still should protest and this happen, they should arrest that person and turn it over to the government. And when it comes to the horrible video, or Esther, we saw this thing happening during the war, wherein people will be naked, they tie you, they beat you with gun butt, and all of these things. So when I saw that video, when we see this thing, it take our mind back to the war, what we experienced, to see this kind of modern age and time for people to be taking law into them hand. Even when somebody say, oh yes, I was the cause for my wealth, death, and other people, which part of the law tells you that you get right for you to go and strip them naked, beating them with collars, say they towing. You see, so but we'll wait to see the investigation that will be carried on this thing. And these people, they need to be arrested and even be sentenced for some time, because you can't take the law into your hand like that. This thing take our mind back to the wall. And this issue about the president of the national reconciliation team they had, for me, I just see it as another making mockery out of the Liberian people. Because you can't be saying one thing and then you are doing the opposite. That's complete mockery and deception. One thing I know about President Boakai, he's very, very dishonest and deceptive. Because if you're talking about national reconciliation and healing, now you know what you're supposed to do. There are people in that country today. You sat up in that country, people who were doing sweeping job, Corina Kratopaki, took these people then up because they were working with CDC. CSA, Josiah Jukali City, send your government came to power, going to every ministry, taking people out of job. If Freedom is paying extra $1, you know how many people surviving on that $1 when you take extra from that job. You know how many people you are taking from job? Dimas Wekimian, you went after him, he lose that job, he couldn't get it to Sierra Leone. Today they give it to a Ghanaian. You see, so you're coming to talk about national reconciliation and healing, and you have paying people in that country almost 60 to 65% of the country population, they are grieving today. The way in which you are governing, you have divided the country, you are taking people out of job for no reason. The moment they say, oh, Esther still, you suspend Esther. When they say Ali, you stole. Because for me and for Unity Party, you care nothing. If it will take LACC 1 year to carry on investigation to come up with a funny, you continue doing this thing, then you say you're coming for national reconciliation. I just see that one as another mockery in making all of we the Liberian people. But one thing I can say, if we say we just sit and wait for Joseph Boakai to come and unite with the Liberian, we are not going anywhere. Because everything he say is just wetty black hat. So it is what it is. But since he's here, we pray that the way he came to America, let him come and go back safely and tell we the Liberian people what he came for and why he taken back to the country. Because he has made so many wasted trips around the world and took nothing back to the country. Say people are praising him that he coming to see Donald Trump. Maybe they coming to take America Reserve to Liberia now. But we pray for the best out of his trip. Liberia is all we have. I pray for Joseph Boakai to succeed in his good work, not a bad one. So far, so good. I stop there.
Thank you very much, Leo. Esther, do you want to speak to the protest issue?
Not the
Because
protest.
all right, you have something else you want to talk about. Let's hear from you.
Of course. Thank you very much, Wendell.
Mm.
Well, the issue of what happened in Sino County, even though I did not really go deep into the story, but it is sad for something like that to be happening in our country, most especially when a chief who is charged with the responsibility to, look after the kind of things, mitigate issues like this in the county, most especially because you are a traditional person and all of that. And then you are there, you let the people take laws into their own hands, talking about tradition and all of that. We're not saying people cannot practice their tradition, but every individual window has the right to due diligence. You must go through the court process. He must be found guilty and all of that. I think that's why you have the Ministry of Internal Affairs. When he kind of witchcraft activities that you claim to have happened, did you do the people you accused? Did you give them due diligence? Because you cannot just have people sit around, you humiliate people, naked them on social media and all of that. This is
Minors
sad for our
too.
country. Minors, exactly. And this is not okay for our country. I'm hoping that the government will be able to do something about this, to send out a caveat to other counties, because this is not the first time this happened. 2 years ago, we saw it from Maryland. Females, they were naked.
Can you imagine?
How are we doing these things?
People wives, people
These
girlfriends,
things are
people
wrong.
husbands, people
Exactly.
daughters.
It is wrong. It was wrong yesterday. It is wrong today. So I hope these guys will be put behind bars when they have to face the full weight of the law. And next time when these things happen, you get the authorities on the scene. Why do you think we have the various courts in the counties, Wendell? Is that not why we have the courts there? If we want you to do your own thing, why you think we will send magistrates and all of that there? We will let you as the paramount chief or the clan chief to go ahead and do what you want to do. This is the 21st century. We're not living in the olden days. You may be in the county there or in the bush, however you call it. But you are under this country. You are under Liberia. And we have a president that resides. We have a justice system that you have to go through. Thank you, Wendell. That's what I want to say.
Thank you very much, Esther. And you said it. That's the right procedure. You know, we have authorities responsible for those kind of things. You don't just take the laws into your own hands. You know, you accuse somebody of witchcraft. There's a process you need to follow. All right. Let's agree the person admitted that yes, I killed my wife and my 2 children, but now I won't do it. Me and people do it. You know, this kind of thing, when it happens, you get the law involved.
And when I was telling somebody one time, when you myself do some kind of thing and you feel say the Holy Spirit, you know, test your heart, you want to your own. And forget my own.
So on the serious
the Holy Spirit test you. When the Holy Spirit test me, I will talk my own.
But you know, my attention is drawn to the July 17 protest. All right, my attention is drawn to the July 17 protest, and it's just 8 more days from now. And we are hearing from the Inspector General, from what we just read from the front page African newspaper, that they are not in the know. They haven't received any communication from Stan relative to this enough is enough protest. But this is my own caveat I want to send out to the protesters, those that are planning to call this government feet to fire. Look, when they say protests, you got to be very peaceful. Because the thing that can spoil the protests, when people start to disrespect other people's rights. If you know, I'm supposed to pass here and you're telling me I'm not supposed to pass there, you're infringing on my rights. I'm not stopping you from protesting. It's a good thing to protest, because protest is another form of calling the authorities feet, or calling the authorities to check. So it's a good thing to go out there and protest, because the Constitution provides that. But where you would do it out of the way, when you see people car passing, you chunk it, you damage people car windshield, you damage people cars, you damage people properties. That is not protest. That is, you know. So the protesters that are planning to come out on the 17th of this month, we are only telling you to do it the right way, because people will be planted in your midst. All the people that you see that will be all coming outside that day, and not everybody in favor of that protest. Some people will be among you to do things that will cause the police to, you know, tear gas you, or, you know, chase after you or beat on you. There are people that will be planted in your midst. So I hope the leaders of this protest, you know, are doing everything to make sure that this protest is peaceful. You know, one of the things that I personally would kick against is that, you know, people should be very peaceful. That's my issue. People should be peaceful, because on that day, we've been told that the protest is going to last for 3 days. So on that day, there are a lot of things that will happen. People will be moving from here and there, going to one other area to another area, you know, hustling here and there just to make ends meet, while you are going out there calling President Bouaka and his lieutenants to check. You'll do it peacefully. Please, my people. Violence, destruction, all of these things not called for. So as you get out there to tell President Waka that you see riding private jet yesterday was bad, but today you are one of the main person that riding private jet. There's a property we've been told that is right in front of the house of the president from a reliable source that 8 months in power, the president bought that property for $300,000. And as we speak, that property is currently being renovated. I mean, the person that called me and gave me that information, that person want to say on top of things that property. So there are a lot of things happening in the country that you need to call the president feet to fire, but you got to do it the right way. We saw June 7, was it 2019, that protest? Was it 2019? I stand to be correct.
Yes. June 7, 2019. Yes, June 7,
Okay.
2019.
Yeah, it was 2019. That protest, we saw how it went. We saw the police distributing food stuff and giving the protesters water. So I hope that the authorities are informed, because what we are hearing that Mobile Molu say he wrote a communication on the 4th of July. Inspector General Como is telling us they didn't receive any communication relative to the protests. So we are only cautioning you, our people who are planning to go out there to protest in the right way. That's all we want from you. That's all we want from you. Now, when you see government car coming, you attack government car. You see somebody who working in government, they come in, you attack them. No, that's not the protest. It's not what that protest is meant for. All the bad thing and what the government doing, that why the people say they're going to protest for. You know, nobody will protest when the government is doing good things, right? Nobody will protest. But when the government doing bad things, the government going after people, they wish hunting people, they're being selective in their fight, in their quest to fight corruption. Now, all the things that you need to bring them to check. You suspended people, subjected them to investigation, and you appointed people, confirm them in their position. These are the things you need to call them to. Mr. President, you criticized George Weah yesterday for riding private jet, but today you are one of the main person, even from Yellow Lofa, you riding private jet. So we want you to do it peacefully. That's all. Let's hear from our people, Esther.
But Mr. Nibble, just to add to what you said, that's why I put it every day. We support the protest, but it should be peaceful. Like what you said, not everybody coming in that protest, they coming with the right mind. As I said earlier, people will come there and they start to do things that will derail the whole protest. So Molu, then they had to be on their alert. Like here, I think 3 weeks ago, people were protesting in this country, I think, either California, something like that. Nobody had time for them, but the moment they started to abuse people, right, blocking the way for people to pass and all of these things, immediately the president had to send the National Guard there. You see, and how they came down, they start to tear gas people and what have you. So if you people protesting, just as you said, you see government vehicle, let it pass. You see keke, you see taxi, you give people free way to move. You shouldn't come and be blocking the way people can go. No, other people have to go to look for their living and other things. You stand and carry on your protest. But if you people will be there, you see government vehicle, you start to stone them, knocking on people's vehicle where people want to pass, you're blocking them. Don't pass here, don't pass here. At the end of the day, that protest will not even say last for 2-3 hours. Because for me that here, I will not support for you to be protesting, throwing stone on people's vehicle, government vehicle, blocking people access. I will support Gregory Como to move to make sure they clear the way. You can do that. That's not protest. If you want to protest, go and assemble peacefully and carry out your protest, but not by stealing government vehicle, knocking on people's car, throwing suing government agency, ministry where people no. That's not a protest. Then that different thing you're out for. You go and do it peacefully so that your message will reach the president. But if you just go and do any funny thing out there, your message will leave with you. It will not reach to him. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you very much. Let's do a pre-birthday chat for our little sister and friend, Lydia Kofa Bestman. That's Mrs. Lydia Kofa Bestman. Your birthday is coming up, and you live there in Newcretown, Troween. It's a pre-birthday treat here for you, Mrs. Lydia Kofa Bestman. Birthday treat is coming, a pre-birthday treat is coming from your darling husband, Lawrence Bestman of Newcretown, Troween. And you can also take it from me, Uncle Wendell. Happy pre-birthday to you, Mrs. Lydia Kofa Bestman of Newcretown, Troween. Your darling husband, Lawrence Bestman, and I are wishing you and the kids, wishing you a pre-one. So, Esther, let's interact with the callers.
Okay, so call us on 0776 104 104 086 500 104. That's the number to call us on locally. And if you want to call us while you're following out of the country, call us on +231 86 500 104. Let's have our first caller on the line. Hello, welcome to the show. Let's hear you. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay.
Morning, Mama.
I'm sorry that you hear me this morning. I'm speaking on Johnson Field this morning.
Okay,
My
Mama.
husband went to New Matale and my 4 children get die inside. Then I can't nobody come to my call. I can't do this show this morning. You heard me. I didn't know what to do. I know what to tell. I said, me 5 years old. Please. You heard me this morning. I didn't know what to say. I know what to tell. This morning, that was on the show for. I wanted to call Tony next show. The next show, but I couldn't get inside. You see,
Wow.
that was not getting.
Wow. Wow, Mom. So sorry for your situation. I'm telling you. 4 kids left in the fire. So sad. So sad. We pray that things will get better. We hope that somebody listening will come to your aid to see our best. Just give us your number. Mom, are you there?
Yeah,
Call your number. Maybe somebody will ask for your number. So call your number to me. You know it?
Yeah, my son coming get it. My son coming get it, please.
All right. Let him call it quickly now because we on the radio. Tell your son to call the number quickly.
Oh, they say you must call it quickly.
My man, you know your man number? Call the number now.
077.
Go ahead. 07756 72 168. All right. We got the number. Maybe somebody listening will call and want to throw some help out for her, okay?
Somebody say 1077.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let me call the number. Aliyu, this is the number is 775 672168.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Okay,
you.
Mom.
Thank you,
All right.
Mama. Thank you so much. Let's go back to Esther to take more calls.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. You're live on Freedom FM. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me say good morning, my people. My name is Daniel Shaki.
They were versed with you. Go ahead, Dada War.
Yeah, as far as our chairman, the former chairman of the Medical Region of Tomo County, Chairman Moru, concerning the project of July 2017. Chairman Moru, I want you to be more than that because these people from the United Party they are very evil. They don't, when it comes to evil, they don't joke with it. They do anything when it comes to evil, Japan will do it. The day before, when Trinity was having a land launch, I got it to that the primary junction. The poor men in Trinity uniform to carry on chaos to that particular place before that. Today, we have become enemies in the face of Afro people. They were the one that spent that up and got that act on that day. Our even on our free house of war. My man was the former fast guy was got the ball. And I'm sure for the chief to come on this side right now. When the riot took place. And the thing get them come up there back there at SOD man. 2005. The poor people in Nigeria in SOD uniform. When was president, we are at the party here called that time. You were with the party back then. The poor people in SOD uniform. Get them come out and they can come out. Tell us where you live in rest of one dress that between there. When they get out months, when they slap a lady. Now, well, after that, all SOD men. So when it comes to weekend, you don't lie saying that you don't get any information for accountability that you will be protecting. It's better if you say a lot of people on your Facebook page. I will be happy to share it.
Okay.
Get them come on, you should be very careful, and the people that you get more will be carrying in our protest. That you always guard yourself to make sure if you wear the police is because anywhere we'll be standing, we want you to announce the player will be magical to go to whatever will be getting our petition.
Thank you.
Even make it our guys, you are careful. So try to come out and leave the shit. I go to find
Okay.
One place that will know the government will be meeting and we will march together and go in our number to pay our petition. But we shouldn't be here just kind of develop place. It will not be good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
I'm taking great polymodule.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
As far to the issue, I want to advise the protester. We're begging you. We are going to protest. But on that day, when they come on, they're planning for Moruba Moru to be arrested. But in the private car for all them.
Patient, where you got this information from that Gregory is planning to arrest Moruba Molo? I know, right?
No, man.
I know. I love that community journalism. I love that. Okay. The woman not small. You're not small woman, eh?
The woman a poly woman.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Patience. Thank you.
Okay, we have Masisi on the line. Hello,
She's not Marcy. She's a doctor.
Doctor.
We find Doctor, aka Lady Yake.
Let me say hi to my son Masari and thank God I took that woman number low. It's so peaceful with them. This is last 75-year-old woman talking about children that in fire. And I will full person. So I'm trying this money in my hand. It's not easy, but we thought to intervene. Let's people effort in that direction. We now to the issue. But we're going out to protest. We have men and women, we're not children, to go and black go. Whatever the police will tell, what we will do. But when the police do to the auntie to call them, they go in kill us down. You know what I'm saying? They kill us saying he will come and I know and cut up the message. You the police, as you say, listen to the man. You see, you put people in our mess and you will throw soon at the police. And from there, go cut off. And what you say? Oh, this is the police. I do not follow anybody to say, oh, what you say is wrong. We'll go outside of one process to government. Why is going in the process? Let's say that's how it is. We're not let what's going on in our country. Every law in our country has been broken. Our children will have to pay on government or to let the kids take everything from them. We're suffering the when you so on in this country. You know, one or two months, you're not doing it. But you got people every day, people like opposite, they corrupt. But they put alcohol to the post. But you know, when they can't go for it, that is setting record. So we're going out to put them to tell them what is doing is wrong. They don't stop to that. But you get one method, you will go there and cut off protest. And then method, that people got going in the protest, is it got going in the protest. So he knows that what is doing, the knowledge. So they will play people about to carry a gun, to say all the protesters carry a gun. So you call your come out, comment. Encore une leçon de comment. Encore une agi, encore une again and back. That is not what he's doing. He put a person in fear. That people got going in the country. If you understand, and fearful. You go for a girl, go to the house and tell them, go for that. Or the girl is going to tell it for the whole water. People got going in the country. People go and they will forget the tree brigade on the protest ground. How can I say that better than people go to the whole war? You put the country in fear. So whatever black no one will go responsible way, will go with stand up there, man. What you do is wrong, you don't stop it and stick a war, very important issue. I don't go there for. Who will tell right? Any police there will be our number will say, what the police will say, that the offense will say there. But also in that for their RG and for the killer, I want to put there to post up to him. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Masisi, aka Lady Yeke.
Oh, yeah. This long style.
Yeah, the weather is
calling back and back. Yeah. I really wanted to take them, but
yeah, you can call back. Okay, they're back. All right.
Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon. People with you. Good afternoon to my dear brother and sister, and also to our loyalties, patriotic and nationalistic panelists in the diaspora.
For the recognition.
For the public.
You might just take time before you spy our microphone here one day where you can call your name for the recognition. Pocket. I love it, my man. I love the zeal you always put in calling your name.
Thank you for the effort, man. You my dear sister always showing the interest of love country, and we're very appreciative.
Thank you very much.
You don't reject a finished somebody that actually have no moral to present to the public about credibility. Is why you are putting to the like people, and even if it's inept of the job like even occupy, you say you got intelligent as they say. You got intelligent that people have gone. Why can you go now? They particular I call it gone on your possession. As an intelligent, I mean as an expector. So you tell you that there is no new making it better. But for that, when you say, I said it before. Oh no, your plan has failed. Your plan has failed. Capital FAILED. I put in the past tense that they are already failed. So going there will be security on security. Anybody that know that you don't hear our protest, trust me, will have it apprehended and deliver you. And let me go. Going over there, our hand will be up.
So you the protest police?
Oh, give me a tool in our hand. We'll go with that with paper. And we'll go with that in a very possible manner.
Okay.
Okay.
They are playing their to cut our bed. They are joking.
Thank you.
We are under our game and we have intelligent bonus there and we'll do it.
Thank you, Poka. Thank you. We have to leave you there. We take one more calls, and Esther, just read out a few comments so we can go.
Of course. Hello, welcome to the show. Go ahead. Oh, you went off. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Go ahead quickly.
And good morning and good evening to everywhere, to those that are following my voice. This is the voice of Sabu Ras. I'm phoning in from Point 4 to be specific in Zimbabwe.
The superstar, what's up, man? Good afternoon to you, Sabu Rasta.
Good afternoon, brother. How you doing, brother? How the family?
I'm grateful to God. We all okay.
Okay. This is Esther. Good afternoon to you, man.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
And let me say thank you for the show. You know, brother, your effort, whatever you do for we the Liberian people, brother, we don't get far away that to pay you. But when they go in here, we'll pay you an extra tax.
Amen.
But let me say quickly to the issue. Let me say also close to our doctor that the man CC. You know, brother, we are not children. We understand the issue. But let me say this. We are prepared. We are organized. And we are waiting. Enough, brother, is enough. We stand, brother. Can you imagine our government spending $1.8 billion investment on a cover, brother? On a cover, you that told us that it will not be business as usual. Then you do it on a cover. Let me say this. On that day, our Lord says we should be peaceful and we should order ourselves in an orderly manner. Anybody that breaks the common will play in our midst. May the Holy Ghost fire you in the name of Jesus. Anybody Jehovah from the other side that Jehovah will not be another baby. You know, the book of these children, they are evil children. They are now in the interest of winning our grand people, the king to loot our country, the king to kill. You know, the Bible says the thief king to steal, kill, and to destroy. And I believe that those who are from the book of this family, they are also part of those who think to steal and to destroy like raw. But Bishop Gregory Cuomo will never be intimidated by you. And let me say, the angels from heaven cannot even stop the protest. The protest will hold and will make sure the government listen to what we wanted to listen to, and they will listen. When you know what listen, anytime I say, man, will not see, I just will not see. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Esther, let's get to the comments. The few comments we have, let's take them and we'll go home.
All right, we have Venetia's Junior Bosses watching from New Cruton. We have Henry Tito Jr. says, good morning. I'm watching from my residence in Caldwell. Thanks for the information to our country, Liberia. We have Washington. This is not clear. We have Moba Besa watching you from Philadelphia, USA. We have Isaac Promise Woozin says, good afternoon. I'm Isaac Promise Woozin following from Doe Community. We have Jefferson Carter. He says, following up live. We have Justina Briswell says, I am Justina Briswell from Doe Community District 14. We have Stanley Bosa says, greetings to the Print News family following up live from Congress City. I am Stanley Bosi. 100% confident that the enough is enough protest is not reckless, the reckless protest carried on by rescue hustlers. Well, we will remain law-abiding citizens and protest for our right and our national resources, that those reckless weakling workout nonsense. And Peter Lynn Peters says, good afternoon, family following from Congo Town. And then we have, she says, this is a fear tactic by the police IG. And Wendell, I think these are all of the comments we have from the comment section.
Okay, so we got to go home, folks. Aliyu is out, folks. Tomorrow.
Wait, Aliyu is back.
Okay, Aliyu is back. So Aliyu, let's get your parting comments.
Oh yeah, thanks there to all the callers. And just while the second caller said, that's the best thing, Moluba Molu should make sure that communication he sent to Gregory Cuomo, he should put it on his Facebook page so we can know. Because these people, they don't even say want to hear about that protest. So these are some of the things they put it together to say, oh yeah, they didn't tell us anything about protest. And then they will want to do all kinds of funny things. And what Poka Rabo said, that's the fight. Or they should have their own security, the protester. Anybody they see you do anything out of the way, they should grab you and turn you over to the police. Because they see police people going to put people in their base. So it should be SOS, security on security. Anybody they catch you doing anything that don't represent the protester, they should handle you and turn you over to the police. I wish them a peaceful and successful protest, but not a violent protest. Till we can see again, God bless America, God bless Liberia. Thank you.
All right, folks, that's all the time we've got to be with you on this edition of the Print News, the midweek presentation. God's willing, the team will be back here with the What's on Your Mind edition that comes every Thursday. So until then, we want to say thanks to all of you, to the protesters. Again, please make sure as you go out there on the 17th of this month, I'm told you will be there 17, 18, 19 before you move from there. 3 days. You'll do it well, and please don't infringe on the rights of the others. All right, so my name is Wendell Nimna. Esther Daku was here, and Aliyu Masale. Until then, do have a pleasant